And I'm thinking, there's a film location right there.
He's been to a lot of Chicago film locations. You might call this Jake and Elwood.
Our Jake Hamilton is at Wonderverse. It's in Oak Brook with the one and only Dan Aykroyd.
Hey guys, I'm Jake Hamilton at Wonderverse in Oak Brook. You know, whether you know him as a Conehead, maybe a Blues Brother, or yeah, of course, a Ghostbuster, one thing you can definitely say about Dan Aykroyd, he is here tonight to meet and greet some fans and of course, showcase his iconic vodka line, Crystal Head Vodka, which is entering into a partnership with Wonderverse. It's gonna start being poured here for all the people coming out to have a good time. But we had the chance to sit down with the iconic comedy legend himself to talk about his time in Chicago, his memories making the Blues Brothers, and about the one most important movie prop that he had following playing Elwood Blues. Being back in Chicago, this is a city that gave you so much inspiration over the years, going to the blues bars, your time at Second City.
Oh, yeah.
Do you still find yourself inspired by this city the way you did back in the day?
Well, yes, just driving through the suburbs on our way out here, I was looking at all the beautiful old houses there in Oak Park and thinking about just the great American books that have been written about the Midwest, the Booth Tarkington books, the Penrod stories, and I'm thinking, there's a film location right there. So here I'm just driving out in the suburbs just to come out here, and I'm looking and thinking that's a film location, and then from that, what are those families? What's going on in those three houses there? What stories could be there? And then I'm thinking that could be a series. So of course I'm inspired. Who wouldn't be by this vibrant, spectacular American city?
What you remember about getting the Blues Brothers in Chicago?
Once Mayor Byrne got the idea that, hey, what it was a spoof, and it was also going to glorify the city and make the city a character, and it was going to serve the city well. She signed on, and then after that, we got to drive across Dealey Plaza, we got to break the plate glass windows, we got to buy 70 police cars from the, although I think they appreciated the revenue, they were all wrecks, those cars.
We are surrounded by Ghostbusters memorabilia, Ghostbusters, we've got the pictures up there, they got the proton packs, and we've got a ghost trap on the bar over there. What do you have that I would geek out most about?
The neatest piece of memorabilia that I've ever owned from the movies was a fully marked Illinois State Police car with siren and lights and plates and everything, which I drove in New York for 3 years after the movie, fully marked, driving down the streets of New York. Nobody looked twice. What is the guy serving a warrant from another state? I used to pick up dates in it. It was fantastic.
If you didn't get the chance to come out and meet Dan tonight, you can still come out and have a Ghostbusters experience here at Wonderverse in Oak Brook. They got an entire Ghostbusters VR experience, and of course, they might even pour you a glass of Crystal Head Vodka. But we always enjoy catching up with Elwood himself. Of course, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is in theaters now if you want to see the return of the Ghostbusters. But for now, I'm Jake Hamilton in Oak Brook, tossing it back to you guys in the studio.